Good morning, traders. Good morning, and welcome to this episode of the Daily Morning Market Call with me, your host, Kefa Eric. I am one of the market analysts here at HFM. Feel welcome today, and this is going to be a pre recorded YouTube video. Kindly visit the HFM YouTube channel at HFM Kenya. Like, subscribe, and click on the notification bell. Like literally, click on the notification bell. Give you a moment. Thank you. So that you are not left out in the daily content that we post on the YouTube channel. Now, before we begin, kindly, if you can hear me from whichever part of the country you're joining this from, kindly just comment good morning so that I would be certain of the proper coordination from my end to yours for us to enjoy this particular session of the daily morning market call. Good morning, Gary. Good morning, Helen. Good morning, Geoff. Good morning, Julie. Good morning, Vicky. Nice. So, good morning, Hannah. So we could proceed. I see others. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Thank you. Now, uh, interestingly, we have had a section of economic data coming through um, that has significantly been moving the market. But today we see a quite interesting scene where we see the US dollar strengthening. This could be widely seen from the DXY or the dollar index chart, and we shall see the implication of this on the financial markets with reference to our usual suspects and precious metal, and of course we get to do a little pick of stocks. um, let's jump right in. On the euro USD, from the daily chart, we see that price has been printing much more on the low. A speculation we made the previous week. I hope you guys took advantage of that information. Would like to see price print even much more lower, uh, with this particular high taking this particular low for it to confirm, to keep confirming bias on the downside. So you see there are sales are much more safer as it stands because of the strengthening of the US dollar. But before I begin, why are we noticing the US dollar gaining strength drastically? The US dollar is gaining strength drastically because of the confidence that investors are returning back to the United States dollar as the reserve currency of the world, of course, attributed much by economic data, and of course the recent geopolitical event where we see Trump winning the US election. And because of the policies he had articulated when he was campaigning, now guys are confident that the US dollar is going to gain strength. And the the policies that he articulated were can be majorly understood in two ways so that we see how they affect the financial markets. Number one, regulations. Number two, taxes. For US based companies or US companies which are created from the United States, low taxes, less regulation. And in the flip side, for companies operating in the US from the outside, high taxes or tariffs and more regulation. Now, encouraging people to start companies from the US and discouraging foreign companies, having an aspect of safe haven on US based companies. Quite a good strategy to strengthen the US dollar. And on the DXY, we see as of now it is up 0.12%, suggesting the strength of the dollar. Now, translation of this, like we have seen in EU for US dollar quote currencies, or the US dollar coming in second, it's going to be much more in a bearish scenario. For US dollar base for US dollar quote currencies, base currency is going to be the opposite, which is uptrend or a bullish trend. Now, moving on swiftly to GU. On GU, we see it's kind of struggling with being at negative 0.04%, suggesting that the Great British Pound is slightly getting a little bit stronger, a scenario that we shall be foreseeing as the days plays out. But for price action, it is suggest price moving to the downside. But as it is right now, we see a little bit of struggle there. For the AUD USD or the AUXI, we see price printing on the upside, suggesting that the AUD is much more stronger right now. Remember, guys, to understand this in context of economic data and the economic health of this particular currency, so as medium of exchange, so that you don't get confused. So here we see the AUD doing a little bit much more better than the US dollar, being in a positive or bullish scenario at 0.14 at the time of this recording, suggesting the AUD strength, and also price action giving us much more indications. So we see that price is trying to tell us it want to keep printing on the upside. Moving on swiftly for USD Swiss franc, we see price doing what we speculated last week. Price wants to keep printing on the upside, and we see that for the USD CHF for Swiss franc, it is up by 0.15%, suggesting a bullish trend. Price action also suggests the same. Even if we go to lower time frame, we see the highs being taken out and break of structure to the upside, suggesting a bullish scenario. For USD JPY from the daily time frame, we see that it is up 0.60%, possibly the most bullish currency for today, suggesting that it will keep moving to the upside. And if we go to lower time frame, we see it suggesting the same. A beautiful time to be a retail trader or an investor. Would like to see this particular lows, would like to see this particular high. Let me highlight it just a minute. This particular low, take out this particular high, suggesting price to the upside, giving us indication of a bullish trend in the USD JPY. USD CAD, we see a similar scenario. Let me eliminate this consolidation that we're experiencing during US election and zoom into a much more lower time frame so as to have clear indication. Just a minute. So here we see price suggesting to print on the upside, with the USD CAD being up 0.01%, a little bit of neutrality there, but price action is suggesting that higher highs are being taken out, which would give an indication of a bullish trend. For USD, for GBP JPY, as many of you would like us to look at it, who have suggested we look at it from time to time. Eliminate this consolidation again. We see price printing, current price printing, go to much more higher time frame, bullish, price printing bullish, and to that we see for GBP JPY it is up 0.56%. And if I was to confirm this from the currency strength meter, yes, the Great British Pound is fairly doing well against the JPY right now. So the buys are looking for drawing technical levels and looking for bullish context trade that would be much more safer. For gold, we see gold now printing price to the downside, kind of changing character. We see a head and shoulder pattern here, right here, the left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder, suggesting that price would want to print on the downside from an economic point of view, geopolitical point of view, which affects the direction of the market. This would suggest that we're in a bearish trend because of the strength of the US dollar, and you see it's down 0.43% as of this morning at the time of this recording. Would want to see price in a lower time frame, take out this low to confirm the bias, but as it stands, sales are much more safer, suggesting a bearish price bearish movement to the downside. For US30, price is doing its thing, closed above the mark that we called out last time at 43,293.77, suggesting a bullish scenario, a scenario we are going to see in US 100 and NSP 500 also, Nasdaq if you may like. Why are we seeing this scenario on stocks? Because people are now much more confident in the US dollar because of the Trump's policies. Remember, Trump's policies are to be understood easily for you to know how they affect the financial market by looking at two fronts: regulations and taxes. Now, if a good environment is provided, guys would invest in indices and stocks, suggesting a price movement to the upside. And that is it for today, guys. Remember to safe trade this entire week. We shall be having this daily morning market call every morning to look at how the market is performing and to give you a little bit of confidence. Remember to observe risk management as always, and please remember that all we have shared here today was for information purposes and only for information purposes, and not for financial advice. Remember to do your due diligence, and see you tomorrow, the same place, to do the same things the same way that has shown positive consistency. See you on the other side of profitability. Until then, keep safe, take care, and God bless you all. Thank you.